Today's match review is brought to you by Betta Home Living Epping and Fawkner stores. Come in and see the team at either store today to get a great deal on all your home living needs.
Well, hello Coburg fans, I'm here at Home Park after our defeat at the hands of Richmond. I'm here with head coach Patch Adams, or Leigh Adams. Patch, an unfortunate result, but are there any positives you can take out of that result today?
Oh, look, it was a really disappointing result today. I thought our second quarter in particular, first quarter we got jumped a little bit, but our second quarter I thought we really worked our way back into the game structurally, but yeah, probably the most disappointing thing to come was that third quarter. We know how Richmond is such a good, evenly spread team, and obviously with a fair few AFL listed boys out at the moment, they structured up really well and they stuck to their role and their task all day, it's going to be a really good learning to go back through the division and show our boys that just what it takes to be a good football club. You really need to be working all together. So we got away from our roles and our structure a little bit in that third quarter, and it hurt us. Good teams will make you pay, and they did. Exactly,
and Richmond are obviously top of the ladder. How much effort went into this and scouting their style of play and their structures, because obviously they're the benchmark at the moment in the competition.
Yeah, no more than any other week. You've got to do your homework to know how they're going to play the footy, and it's probably easier to scout the good teams like a Richmond because you know exactly what they're going to do because they're so good at it. So we knew exactly coming into this game that their structure was going to be really good, their pressure around the footy was going to be really good, and we just didn't handle it well enough, particularly in that third quarter. We got, there's one thing to be beaten by a more talented team, but in that third quarter to lose clearances by 15, I think, and contested footy by about 20, it was just a little bit of a non-competitive effort through probably parts of that third quarter.
And we had a debutant today, Mark Baker. What did you make of his performance? He was able to get a goal late in the match.
Yeah, he probably was quiet just due to the circumstances of the ball not coming down there too often, playing as a deep forward for us. But we've been trying to get Bakes in for a few weeks now. He's had a really promising start to the season in a few pracky matches, and then unfortunately went down with a bit of an ankle. So we needed to get some work into him to know that he'd be able to stand up to the level. But we think he's going to be a really good long-term player for us, and I think we'll see a lot more of him in the back half of the year.
And obviously last week missing Pete McAvoy and Ryan Exton, co-captains. You lose Jesse Crigliano with that knee injury. Jesse out again this week, but good to have those leaders in Pete and Ryan back in the side.
Yeah, I thought they were both pretty good today. In a tough day, Pete kicks 2 out of 5. X was probably our best defender for the day, did some really good things, and yeah, it's invaluable. With such a young group, we need to have as many wise heads and leaders out there as we can, but it's probably making a little bit of an excuse for the boys that were out there, because just sitting on the bench watching, you could just hear the Richmond leadership, and their voice was just far more greater than ours, particularly when the game was hot and there to be won. I thought that they just controlled the game better through their voice.
And just one last one, I've noticed that you've been coaching from the bench more recently. Are you enjoying that, or would you rather be up in the coach's box?
No, I'm enjoying it a lot more, to be honest. I think with such a young group, it's probably more beneficial for me to be on the bench and be able to give them real-time feedback instead of sitting up behind glass where it can look like it's a really easy game from up there at times, and we're obviously more I suppose looking at the contest work and their work off the ball instead of structure is really important, but we're just trying to look at how hard they're actually working on the ground. I'd probably say the players would be more happy with me on the bench too, to be able to give them some more feedback and direction, so I'm really confident we've got some good assistant coaches up there that can pick the trends up of the game, so I'm able to do some more, I suppose, hands-on coaching, which I think is helping.
Well, Patch, thanks for joining us. Richmond, I'm here with debutant Mark Baker, the newest Lion. Mark, unfortunate the result, but good for you to get your VFL debut.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, I think. I've had to really work for this opportunity, so yeah, I'm grateful that the coaches finally believed in me enough to give me a game. And yeah, I thought the intensity of the game was right up there, so plenty of things to learn. So,
and you just as we were walking out here, you said it's a bit of a baptism of fire, obviously coming up against Richmond, the ladder leaders. What did you think of that experience to come up against a side that's so well drilled and obviously leading the league at the moment?
Yeah, obviously they're super switched on and they set up super well all day. So yeah, it takes a bit of a toll, and you got to really be switched on as well to try and counteract that. But yeah, like I said a bit before, it's just plenty of things to learn from them, and they're obviously pretty experienced blokes. So yeah, hopefully I can sort of get a bit more experience as well myself. So,
and you're able to kick a goal in that last quarter, a bit of confidence builder, and just kind of shake the nerves and get that goal on the board.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nice to get a bit of a cheap free and then put it through. So yeah, I guess it just sort of helps me out with a bit of confidence, and yeah, just something to look look too out of the game, I guess. So yeah.
And you've been playing at McLeod in the Northern Football Netball League. How have you found the step up from the local footy up to the VFL now?
Bigger grounds, and I think the pace of the game's probably up there as well. Still good footy in the Northern Footy League and big bodies like here, but I think they're just a bit quicker here as well, and they set up a bit faster and a bit smarter. So another step up again, yeah.
Well, Mark, congratulations on our debut, and thanks for joining us today.